And here we go.
Welcome back to AudiHD Reviews. Today we're looking at something kind of special here. We're looking at the Inart 112th Batman from The Dark Knight Rises. Just got this in the mail today. Originally I was going to review the new Supergirl, but she'll have to wait. We're going to take a look at Batman here. That's the back of the box. We got the side of the box. We got words and stuff. Don't put it in your mouth. That's probably what one of those things says. It also has, I'm sure, the names of the creators. But we're going to take a look at this. Let's crack it open. Alright, so this is what it looks like when you get it out of the package. I have the deluxe version, which means that there's some extra goodies in here. And revealing the layer here inside, we will jump straight into the figure. Before we look at all of the accessories, including his sonic gun here from The Dark Knight Rises. We'll take a look at all of this stuff here shortly. But first of all, let's just get this figure out of the package. And there he is. As you can see, this is my first time seeing this. I have not seen this yet. Plastic is still all around him. So I'm going to take this off and be right back. Okay, so I got all the little plastic bits and bobs off. It's kind of like a Mafex figure. You get the plastic around all the joint areas to protect the paint. And to get it off of the waist, you could tear at it, but you're not going to get all of it until you pull it apart to get it out. Am I the only one who kind of gets scared every time I have to pull a figure apart like that to get the plastic off? Maybe that's just me. I'm always scared I'm going to break them. We have to talk about this head sculpt. This is not the Bruce Wayne head sculpt that everybody's raving about. We'll get to that in a minute. We got to get in here to this. I got a little dust on there. Sorry about that. That is a very impressive head sculpt. That is very, very impressive. Just as a little aside, this is the Hot Toy head sculpt. And you can see, you know, obviously, I mean, Hot Toys are Hot Toys. But, man, it's good. That is damn good for a 1/12 scale figure. This is very tiny. It's very difficult to get a good sculpt that is that accurate. Inart did a fantastic job. And this is a true 1/12 scale figure. This is not like, you know, McFarlane when he falls under the 1/12. Those are, you know, in the 7-inch, 8-inch range. This is true 1/12. Just as a quick size comparison, just to get you an idea, this isn't another movie figure, but this is just a Mafex 1/12, and this isn't, you know, scientific. We're just going off of you know, eyeballing it, but that's, you know, what they look like next to each other for size. So anyway, let's get in here and take a look. I really like these shoulder pads. They're on a hinge. I don't know how well you can really, there we go. Can you see that in there, how it just kind of hinges up and down? That's cool. That helps you give, you know, obviously all the, you know, a whole bunch of range of motion in there. All right, so, okay, I'm kind of all over the place. I'm sorry. Obviously, I'm not like a lot of the reviewers. I get a little excited here. That's what it looks like from the back. Look at all those plates and just, wow. This was worth every penny, which, by the way, I got mine from 16thkit.com. I don't know if he still has any available, but including the tariff that was on there, I think I paid $75 for this guy. I'm sorry, not counting the original deposit. The original deposit I think was $20, so I paid like $95 for this guy. That's pretty incredible, I think. Wow, that is nice. All right, let's take a look at some of his accessories real quick. I apologize again for being all over the place. Yeah, I just get excited. I'm like a big kid. All right, so just real quick, this guy is packaged a lot like a Hot Toy is. I mean, there's just layer after layer, all nice little cardboard packaging pieces here. This was what his cape was inside of. I've never had an Inart. Is it Inart or Einart? Do you guys know? Let me know down in the comments. I pronounce it Inart, but I mean, I've been wrong before. So anyway, yeah, I've never had an Inart figure, but if this is how they're packaged, the 1/6 scale ones, that's pretty darn fancy. So, all right, so he comes with this cape. It unfortunately does not have a wire in it. That is my first complaint. You know, I know he's not super expensive, but McFarlane puts wires in theirs, and you know they're not this high. So, anyway, this is his cape. He's got these little clips right here. Alright, so the chest piece here comes off to attach the cape, and it's magnetically attached to the body. So we're going to see what part comes off here. I'm going to guess it's right there. There we go. Alright, so you just kind of get your fingernail under there. Okay, now he's got these little magnetic parts here. So here on the cape, he's got these little tiny clips. You can get a little bit of a look right there. And then on the figure itself, he's got these little spots right here. So the cape is just going to clip right in there. I'm going to try to do this on camera. I'm not very good at this kind of stuff on camera, but we're gonna try it anyway. So we're going to stick that in there, and we're going to take this guy and stick him over there. The question is, will they stay in there on their own? Okay, so essentially what I had to do was I had to lay him flat on the table and then basically put those two little clips in the spots, hold them with my fingers like that while I placed the chest piece back in there. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt. It's kind of cumbersome. But it is in there now. And here we go.
Now there's a Batman.
I do wish his cape had a wire in it, but man, he looks good, doesn't he? I did get the deluxe version of this, so he has all kinds of accessories and an extra head sculpt. We're going to get into that now. Alright, so first of all, he's got batarangs. I left these on the tape because they are very tiny. They're going to be very, very easy to lose. He's got his sonic gun here, sculpted up very nice, done all in black except for the front part, which is kind of a translucent bluish green. Kind of hard to tell, I'm colorblind. That's in there. It does not appear to, nope, it does not light up. Not that I expected it to, but just pointing that out. We have his sticky gun launcher from The Dark Knight, which is kind of surprising to see this in here since this is Dark Knight Rises. We got his grapnel gun, which, you know, if you've seen one, you've seen them, but it's painted nice, black and gold. Very nicely done. We have a whole bunch of hands. I'm not going to go through all of these hands. You're all adults. You can see what kind of hands he's got. Presumably you're adults. And some extra face plates, which are ever so different. You've got the Christian Bale with his mouth kind of open there, and then you've got the Christian Bale mouth completely closed. So we are going to swap one of those out. And the way that you do that is you just get your finger, your fingernail here underneath of the chin. That's how I do it. Just be careful not to scratch the paint. Pulls right off, and then you have that bit of nightmare fuel. And then you have other face options. You stick in there, which honestly kind of looks like the previous one. So there's that. So I guess if I had complaints so far, it would be that the cape doesn't have a wire and the face plates are all very similar to each other. But on the whole, I mean, you know, you're going to find one and you're going to stick with it most likely anyway, and that's not a bad one to enjoy. Also, one of the things we like to talk about here on this channel are how eyes are painted. And those look pretty darn nice. From a little ways away, they look very lifelike. They're painted very well. They're very straight looking, like they're not crooked. They're not painted cross-eyed or anything. So that is really cool to see. And now for the last bit in the box, it's the bottom tray. It looks like we're going to have a figure stand here with our Bruce Wayne head sculpt. The Bruce Wayne head sculpt is the part that everybody raves about. Everybody says that's the best part of this figure. So let's check it out and see what we can see. If I can get the package open. You got to be smarter than the package. That's what my dad would say. Thanks, Dad. Let's see here. Alright, so we're going to get this open. We're saving the Bruce Wayne head sculpt for last because, you know, you always save the best part. You got to eat your vegetables first so you can get to the good part. You know, you don't get your meat until you've had your pudding. That's how it goes, right? Alright, check that out. That is pretty cool. So I like that. I like how it says The Dark Knight Rises on there. I've seen some people say that they would have preferred if this said Batman, but I don't know. The Dark Knight Rises doesn't get a lot of love, and I know it's blasphemy, but it's my favorite of the trilogy. I think The Dark Knight is a better movie. I think it's a better made movie, but The Dark Knight Rises is just my favorite. It's the one I look forward to the most anytime I rewatch these. So the way that this works is take your little figure base here and you stick it in the hole. That's what she said. And there you go. Goes up and down, goes all around, does all these things. It's also got some screw holes in there, so if it gets loose, get a screwdriver and tighten them up. And now comes the part where we get to the thing everybody raves about.
Let's not stand on ceremony here, Mr. Wayne.
And wow. That is damn impressive. Damn impressive. Okay, so the skin tone is pretty spot on. His eyes are extremely lifelike. These eyes are way better done than the ones in the cowl. Come around here to the hair. The way the hair is painted and sculpted around his ear and around the back. That is, bar none, the nicest head sculpt I've ever seen on a 1/12 scale figure. The nicest head sculpt I've seen that wasn't a custom. There are some very nice customs out there, some damn good customs out there. I own a few actually, and they would, I would say, rival this. But as far as a company makes this and produces it, ships it out, that's probably the nicest one. He's got a nice neck piece here. All right, let's put them on and let's see what we've got. So we're just going to very gently take that off. He's just on a peg right there. Also, don't be a dum-dum like me. I literally just tried to stick that on there. What is that? That's a neck. And what is that right there? That is also a neck. Golly. Alright, it's been a long day, fellas. Alright, so we're going to take that, and that just pops off. So that leaves another peg inside. And we're going to stick this in there. Be careful not to pin the cape. And there we go with our Bruce Wayne. Wow. Look at that. Yeah, there's a lot of dead air when I do these compared to a lot of other reviewers because I get caught up in it, and this is why I collect this stuff. It's fun, it's jaw-dropping when it's done well. I mean, you know, if you love this stuff, then I don't know. You know, it takes your words away. It really does. And I collect everything from Hot Toys down to, 1/18th scale. It all just, when it's done well, Anyway, I'm sorry. Damn, that's nice. Okay, I didn't really do articulation, so let's do that real quick and we'll get you guys out of here. So his head goes side to side. It goes down that far. It goes up about that far. You have these really nice hinges for the shoulder pads, so the shoulder pads don't get in the way too much. The arms do go all the way around. Watch that hinge, and your arms will get up about that. So better than horizontal. You do have double jointed elbow right there. Looks good too, by the way. That's a nice looking elbow. That's pretty good. His hands go. As far as fisting goes,
Every trimester we get fisted by this guy.
What's fisted?
What?
he's okay. He gets a little bit of range in there. Not great, but you know it's serviceable. I think he'll hold a batarang. You have you got multiple layers of torso twists. So see if we can capture this here. So you've got this upper layer right here that you can get some twist out of and a little bit of forward and back, and then you've got this middle section right here, which also turns independent of the rest of it, and then you've got I see. Then you've got the waist swivel. The belt usually will hide that gap right there, so don't worry about that. That's by design to give him maximum articulation. Anyway, going forward, let's see what we can get here out of him. And he goes forward that far. That's pretty good. That's not too bad. And going back, he's okay. I don't think you'll have him go back too much unless you're going to have Bane break his back. But he looks pretty good there. Does his legs have drop down? His legs have a tiny bit of drop down. Don't pull too hard. You'll pull the leg out. Just a teeny tiny bit. But it goes forward. So you get horizontal out of it. Going back, his butt gets in the way, his butt plate, so you don't really get back. It goes out about that far on the splits. You might be able to push that a little bit further. I'm not going to, but you might be able to. So you got that, and you got a little bit of... Oh, you got actually quite a bit of thigh twist right there, separate from the hips. Knees are double jointed. He can almost kick his own butt, so that's nice to see. The boots have swivel there, and then of course the feet do feet things at the bottom look like, and they have toe articulation, and that is your very quick and dirty articulation scheme. So yeah, if you get a chance to get this guy, don't hesitate. Like, just go get him. Just go get him. This is probably the nicest 1/12 Christian Bale Batman that's been made. It's certainly the nicest I've personally ever handled. Previously, the Mafex 3.0 was my favorite. Yeah, this guy is pretty awesome. So I think you've heard enough from me. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for letting me into your space and for following our channel. SJ and I are appreciative of each and every single subscriber that we get. And you know what? We are barreling towards 1,000. We only need 30 as of right now. I think we need 32 more subscribers to get to 1,000. So we're really trying hard to get there. We got some really cool stuff coming down the pike. And yeah, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this. Let's talk about him. You know, subscribe if you're not. Share. You know, all that good stuff. We're a small channel. We're trying to get to be a big channel. And yeah, this is the Inart Dark Knight Rises Batman. I'm James. This is AudiHD Reviews, and thank you again so much. And we will catch you guys next time.